So with the elbow. And you're going to wash your hands first. Always do it like this, and like this. And rinse it off. Then you put another. And then you're going to wash your arms and your elbows. And you do that first, and then the hands. And now you're officially clean, so what you do is you rinse it off and you try to not to touch anything else. So like this. With the elbow. Hands and arms. And then you're ready.
So are you ready?
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready.
Yes.
Yeah? But did you wash your hands?
No.
No.
Guys, we're gonna fight some infectious disease now. Let's have a look at how to do it.
Yeah, well, I have to explain a little bit about GGD. I'm not sure if you know infectious disease control at the level of the GGD, what it means. We have a few tasks. One is notifiable diseases. That's a list of about 42 diseases. For instance, hepatitis B, A, Q fever, Legionella, that kind of infections are notifiable. The reason for them being notifiable is that you can do something to prevent the spread. That's one thing. The other thing, and you mentioned Ebola, is preparation for outbreaks, smaller ones and bigger ones. Smaller ones, for instance, yesterday we got a notification of food poisoning at a party with 500 guests, with 70 people ill. Well, that's a minor issue, but Ebola is something different, of course. That's mainly a threat for the Netherlands, and we try to be prepared for the situation where we have a case of Ebola in the Netherlands, or worse, spread of Ebola in the Netherlands. The last is not so likely, but well, you have to think about that too.
Nog net.
Yes. Zoonoses, iedereen doet er heel erg eng over. Maar uiteindelijk, zeker van honden en katten, kunnen wij helemaal niet zoveel angst krijgen. Want de angst is natuurlijk gewoon rabies. En die komt gewoon niet voor in Nederland. Godzijdank. Want anders zou het wel echt eng gaan worden. The RAD, you can't test it, so you don't know. But when you're suspicious, then it says here really hard, really big, besmettelijk, of blijf af, don't touch, something like that.
And you isolate that certain animal away from. Okay.
Yeah, when the suspicious is it has RAD or something that is that contagious, then it's not here. Then we keep it not here. Then it goes to a really far away corner in our building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When there would be, for example, the one that rabbits get, the new one, do you get like from the government? Does it say to you, oh yeah, there is a new rabbit virus spreading?
No,
or
the government doesn't care at all.
Okay.
Because it's not contagious for humans.
Okay.
The only thing they care about is rabies. So therefore the rules about rabies are really tight. There are very strict rules to the passport. The dog of rat has to have a microchip. The microchip has to be linked to the passport. Everything has to be laminated. So stickers have to come over all the information, so they can't fraud with that. But a dog or a cat, then you have to give a vaccine against rabies. So because other countries, Belgium don't like if there come animals from Netherlands just abroad, but most people also want to come back, and the Netherlands is a rabies-free country, and we want to keep that that way.
ARE program started around 20 years before, almost 98 or 2000. From now, I think the number of incidents of the rabies dog or the bite, and the bite and the rabies is not related. Bite is, one is the rabies and the second is the behavior also. Aggressive dog or the any other issue, dominant male or the behavioral issue, or the animals it disturbs, if they are disturbed they will bite. But the rabies also one of the reason. All biting dogs are not rabid dog. Rabid dog obviously they will bite.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what it is. And then biting happens because mainly on the for the competition for the food and the sex. So if you neuter them, that aggression due to the sexual behavior or all male dog chasing the females, one female dog comes to the season, 10 male dogs will follow that. If anybody go near, they will show the aggression, they will bite. But so it's because of the neutering, that part is also eliminated.
Okay. Okay.
That is a dog bite. Rabies we are doing, controlling that. This is what it is here. So when the cats, they will write the area name and the tag number. So this is a B1 male dog, black and white. Female dog, black and white. Female. So this is the dog. Second day we will operate them or neuter them surgically. Then we will vaccinate them. Then it will be there for post-operative care. Two nights it will stay here. 48 hours minimum we will keep. Okay. Once everything wound heals well, the dog is all right, healthy enough, go to the street, we'll release them.
dogs used to be brought and electrocuted every day. So then that is what had to be stopped, the electrocution. But you can't just stop that without giving an alternative. And so from the center, I think everyone, especially Mrs. Menaka Gandhi, have you heard of her? Yeah, she's our animal, welfare minister. Whatever department she's given, she's a minister in. Animals are always closest to her heart.
How do you think that this awareness became, that people became more aware?
They became, well, mainly because the program itself was working. They found the clipped ears. Then we give handouts, saying this is what it is and what to do in case of a dog bite. All that in the local language and in English. So we give free handouts. I just ask it. Shilpa. Shilpa, do we have those handouts? Those ABC with the vans that they were giving. You remember you of that? Any chance?
I gave a whole lot to the ABC Center.
All of them?
Let
me
see.
sample? Okay. So if there's one sample.
So the moment when you started off with this program, you start to give flyers to
yes.
the entire
to everyone around.
Yeah.
So they know that their dog is coming back to them. We are not going to kill their dogs. Because many people are very fond of their dogs. They don't take them into the house or anything, but they kind of, a rough and ready treatment. They give them food.
So once we give a vaccination, then they go for there or to the field, and we have the ward wise. Ward in the sense that we have an area separated with the colonies, and then each area will go and they will catch the dog. They vaccinate there and they release there only. Then we will go to the area next year same time. And we will try to cover the maximum dog in that area, in that particular, suppose we take that colony, LIC colony, some colony, we'll go and we will vaccinate almost around 80 to 90% or maximum whatever, because stray dog, if you catch one dog, it will run, other dogs will run away. So with the help of the public, we will catch and we'll vaccinate. Injection
चले आ रहे इंजेक्शन है सर बेगा चल करेगा नहीं
Vaccination.
ಸರ್ ಬಾಲ್ ಇಲ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಅದು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿನ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಸರ್
Okay, so we've just seen that the medical part and the management part of this system seem to work quite well in the Netherlands as well as in India. But I do wonder, why do we still hear about epidemic outbreaks every now and then?
Dames en heren, goedenavond. De overheid reageerde te laat en te laks toen de Q-koorts uitbrak. De twee destijds verantwoordelijke ministers, Klink van Volksgezondheid en Verburg van Landbouw, werden het niet met elkaar eens. En lange tijd gebeurde er niets. De Q-koorts, besmettelijk voor geiten, schapen en mensen, kon daardoor om zich heen grijpen. Gevolg: duizenden mensen besmet en 14 doden. Na een jaar werd er actie ondernomen.
De Q-koorts. In Brabant kregen een paar duizend mensen het. Hevige hoofdpijn, koorts en hoesten. Veroorzaakt door geiten waarvan de bacteriën via de lucht werden verspreid. 14 mensen overleefden het niet. De commissie die de aanpak onderzocht velt een hard oordeel over de overheid. Die kwam veel te laat met maatregelen zoals het ruimen van dieren.
Lokaal was de stormbal al gehesen, maar het duurde tot zomer 2009, dus 1 jaar na de meldingsplicht, toen het meest extreme scenario werd gekozen, namelijk ruimen.
Voor de toekomst wil de commissie dat het ministerie van Volksgezondheid de regie krijgt en de leiding neemt. Dat de Voedsel- en Warenautoriteit de onafhankelijke crisismanager is en dat er beter wordt gecommuniceerd, bijvoorbeeld welke bedrijven er besmet zijn.
Q-fever, I was involved in this myself. I've been on television interviewed on the national level about it, because there was the problem there was that the veterinary part of the government didn't go that fast in doing what they should do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And on the human side, we thought that there should be done more.
Yeah.
Since the Q fever in 2007 till 2009, there's a lot been changed. There's more communication between veterinarians and the human part. Hopefully also on the government, because we are not sure, of course, if something the same happens again, if it will go better. But there is a lot of attention about this. There has been a commission to examine this, the Commissie Van Dijk, to find out just the political part and maybe more important on the level of GGD's with the NVWA. There's a lot of more communication about all kind of issues. So I think that's a lot better. But it should be proven in a future outbreak. You'll never be sure.
Wow, still a lot of communication to improve, especially the political and finance part. But there's awareness and improvements. How does Bangalore manage their communication parts? Hello?
Yes. Wait. Yeah, hi.
Hello?
Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You had also shown us this river next to the labor camp, and which was full of trash and had a strange dark color. People don't even understand that this water is actually potentially dangerous.
Yeah. So that's, I think what we had learned in our sanitation project was one thing that's very lacking is when you have low education is how do you communicate these messages to people, these very complex realities to folks that, why you need to wash your hands, why is it important to use a toilet rather than going and using an open field, and to overcome that, sometimes you have to get creative with how you communicate things. So for us, what we ended up doing was creating a series of almost cartoon characters of a family, so that we could truly illustrate the positive outcomes of adequate sanitation. But education is certainly one of the biggest contributing factors to the continued kind of exacerbation of these problems.
Yeah, no, but also more generally, I think what was really interesting that you said the last time was about how to educate the public in health issues and general hygiene, like that they use movie stars to make this kind of clips.
Yeah.
Which I found really interesting because in Europe it's really different.
But the feeling amongst a lot of experts or people who are in the sector is that what the communication and what the film stars can do is to raise the general awareness. But that's it. Then the next step has to be very solid. It has to be very functional at the ground for it to be of use. From what was called information communication to behavior change communication.
Yeah.
आधा अधूरा इलाज करवाइएगा तो टीबी आपको दोबारा हो सकता है, इसलिए टीबी से मुक्ति पाने के लिए टीबी का पूरा इलाज करवाइए, फुल कोर्स। इंडिया वर्सेस टीबी, टीबी हारेगा, देश जीतेगा।
So what one is sure is that you are targeting a generation and making sure that that generation changes.
Yeah.
The old guys will never change.
Yeah.
Especially, it's more or less known that the first change agent is one in the household, then it transmits to the children in the household, and it's the old male who's the most difficult to change. This is the 100 monkey story and so many other stories with that. So therefore, what you're trying to do is to push the young generation. And you can see that school children are involved. It was so nice today to see. There was a bunch of school children, 8 or 10 years old, and they came to the police station. And so the school children are being brought to the police station, and the police are being shown to be friendly, not somebody to be feared with, but somebody who's out there to protect you as a community. And the policeman was giving the message of cleanliness. Right? So there's an authority figure who says, hey, I'm here for your security. But security is not only about crime, it's also about our environment. And here, you should pay attention to keeping things clean. That was the police inspector here. For the children, all these young kids.
Yeah.
So it was very nice to see. So, and this is not that this police station is doing it. All across, everybody is getting involved with the messaging. Railways, postmen. Yesterday, the bus drivers were cleaning up a place. Extra duty, 2 hours of extra work, they would go and clean up a neighborhood. Then they do their bus driving and keep their buses clean. So that kind of a messaging is happening.
Exactly 100 years ago, the Spanish flu killed around 30 million people because we didn't have the medicine. Today we do have the medical tools, and we have great management and communication tools to respond to an outbreak. The thing is, with new diseases, new challenges in communication, medicine and management will arrive. The question is not if we will be able to manage it, but rather when such a disease will happen.
Okay, so we thank the teachers for giving such a nice assignment, especially the minor program was really nice. We also hereby thank Isabel for giving us an extra night of time to work on this video, because right now we're shooting this at 1 in the evening. So yeah, I hope that you will like it, and yeah, thanks for watching.